Hello and welcome to Belgian Diecast Restorations. I'm Johan and this week I have the Matchbox model 67B on my workbench. This Volkswagen 1600 TL was introduced by Leslie in 1967 with these regular wheels with tires. This version was sold until 1969 when the model made the transition to the superfast range, where it remained in production until 1972. This version from the late 60s is showing its age. The paint has flaked, the tires are worn and the window is cracked. Also there's a doorstop broken off and both A-pillars are cracked at the base. So let's get out the tools and refresh this model. The car is held by two rivets, one in the front and one in the rear. I drill them out and the base pops out. The plastic suspension is broken and bent, so that needs to be repaired. Finally, we have the interior and the window unit, which is held by another rivet. The doors are held in place by a simple metal spring. I take off the wheels by grinding away the axle ends. The wheel hubs are plastic, so I take care not to touch them with the grindstone. When the wheels are detached, I take off the tires by putting the wheels over a nail punch and pulling the tire down. The wheel hubs, tires, interior, suspension and bottom plate go into the ultrasonic cleaner. The doors, the spring and the body of the model took a dip in the caustic soda to have their paint stripped. There are still some flecks of paint left, and these are removed with the wire brush. The bottom plate also gets polished with the wire brush. I also wire brush the axles to give them back their old shine. The ultrasonic cleaner did a great job on the plastic parts. I give the interior an extra clean with a toothbrush and window cleaning liquid. Some stubborn spots are removed with a piece of magic eraser. The wheel hubs are now ready to go in the oven cleaner to remove the chrome finish. I glued the broken suspension back together with super glue. I'll see if it holds, otherwise I'll have to resort to baking soda. The tires are worn and faded. I don't have replacements for these threaded tires, so I give them a coat of tint Tamiya X1 Gloss Black to give them back their shine. Finally, the window unit. It is cracked front and back, so no other option but to use a replacement. I got this from Model Car Parts in the Netherlands. The link is in the description. Before I can start painting, I have to fix the body. I first hammer a slight bend straight. Then I glue the cracked A-pillars. Luckily they are only cracked at the base, so they are aligned properly. I use superglue and baking soda to make a strong weld. I also use superglue and baking soda to make a new stopping rim for the door. Then I sand and file away the excess material until I have a smooth, clean surface. Next, I drill two 1.5mm pilot holes in the rivet posts. Then I tap 2mm screw threads and fix the screws to assemble the model later. I prime the body and the doors with Tamiya Fine Surface Primer. Then the parts get 2 coats of Tamiya Italian Red. My can is almost empty and struggling, but the second coat will fix any imperfections. And finally everything gets a clear coat of AK Interactive Gloss Varnish. The oven cleaning liquid has stripped the plastic wheel hubs from their old chrome paint. Like with the Rolls-Royce I did earlier, these hubs are of various colors and were clearly made out of recycled plastic. Leslie probably melted down plastic waste to make new parts that needed to be covered. I paint the wheel hubs on toothpicks and rechrome them with a Molotov chrome paint marker. Now we can put the model back together. First I put the tires back on the hubs by putting the hubs over the hole punch again, then pushing the tires down in place. The wheels are attached on the axles, then the axles are attached to the base plate. I use my watchmaker's anvil to hammer a new mushroom head on the axle ends. With the bottom plate assembled, I can do the rest of the car. First I attach the doors with the spring. Then comes the new window piece. The hole is a bit too large, but the door spring and the interior hold the window in place. The interior drops in place and the suspension is attached. The suspension was bent upwards over time and was straightened off camera using a soldering heat gun. Finally, the model is closed up with the two screws. And that's it for the Volkswagen 1600 TL. Let's look at what we started out with. This model was thoroughly played with. It had flaking paint, a cracked windscreen and broken A-pillars. And this is what the model looks like in its brand new paint job with a new windscreen. I'm still not satisfied with the right front tire, but since I don't have any spares, it will have to do. The new window unit is of a thicker plastic and this shows through the windscreen. The clear coat could be better on this one, but this is a learning process and not all restorations can be perfect. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and tick that notification bell. More restorations are coming up. See you in the next video.